Louis Friant was born in the village of Morlancourt, 8 kilometers south of Albert near the river Somme. The village would later suffer the misfortune of lying along the Western Front trench lines of World War I. Early life and French Revolutionary Wars. The son of a waxmaker, Louis enlisted in the Gardes Françaises in February 1781. At age 22, he rose to the rank of corporal before leaving the service in 1787. With the outbreak of the French Revolution, Louis volunteered for the Garde Nationale of Paris in September 1789. He was elected lieutenant colonel of the 9e Battalion de Paris in September 1792, leading that battalion on the German frontier under the Army of the Moselle until wounded in the left leg on 16 December 1793, returning to action as colonel of the 181e Demi Brigade in March 1794. Friant took part in the Great Victory of Fleurus on 26 June 1794. He was briefly acting commander of a brigade and a division. He served at the sieges of Maastricht and Luxembourg. He was promoted to General de Brigade on 13 June 1795. After a period as military governor of Luxembourg, Friant served with the army of Somme-The in 1796 along the Rhine. In January 1797 he joined Bernadotte's division of the Army of Italy. He served at the Battle of the Tagliamento, and assumed command of the 5th Brigade, 3rd Division from June 1797. Napoleonic Wars. Egypt. Friant commanded the 2nd Brigade of General Dessex's division in Egypt, taking part in the Battle of the Pyramids, and in Dessex's brilliant campaign in Upper Egypt. He was provisionally promoted to General de Division on 4 September 1799, and succeeded Dessex as commander in Upper Egypt after Dessex departed to play his decisive but fatal part in the Marengo campaign. Friant took a lead role in the suppression of the Great Revolt in Cairo in March to April 1800. Confirmed in the rank of General de Division and named governor of Alexandria in September 1800. He fought the British at the Second Battle of Abu Qir and defended Alexandria through August 1801. Repatriated with the remnants of the Army of the Orient, Friant served as an Inspector General of Infantry in 1801–03 before joining the corps of his brother-in-law Davout at the Camp of Bruges. There, he molded the 2e Division, 3rd Corps into what arguably became the finest line division on the face of the earth. High days of the Empire. In the Austerlitz campaign of 1805, Friant's division earned a reputation for rapid and effective marching. This quality was put to excellent use when the division was summoned from Vienna to reinforce the Grande Armée Acute at Austerlitz, marching 70 miles in 46 hours and arriving just in time to counterattack the Allies at Tel Nice and Sokol Nice on the morning of 2 December 1805. In the ferocious fighting along the Goldbach stream, Friant had 3 horses killed under him. Friant was awarded the Grand Eagle of the Legion of Honor on 27 December 1805. In the 1806 campaign, at the Battle of Arstadt, in which Davout's 3rd Corps of 26,000 men faced and defeated the Prussian main body of 63,000, Friant's division advanced on the right, turning the Prussian left flank. The infantry of Friant and Gudin, standing in square, withstood and shattered a massive cavalry attack led by Blucher himself. In the Polish campaign, Friant's division fought successfully at the forcing of the Ukraine River on 24 December 1806. At the Battle of Eylau, Friant's division arrived to reinforce the French right on the morning of 8 February 1807, helping to turn a near defeat into a stalemate. Friant suffered a gunshot wound to his right side at Eylau. Friant was named Comte de l'Empire on 5 October 1808. In the 1809 campaign, Friant's division fought with distinction at Tuchenhausen, Abensberg, Eckmühl, and Ratisbon. At the Battle of Wagram on 6 July 1809, Friant was wounded in the shoulder by a shell fragment during the successful storming of the square tower at Markgranersdorf, Russia. Germany, France. In the Russian campaign of 1812, Friant commanded the 2E Division of Davout's First Corps. In August 1812, after General Dorsen's death, he was nominated as commander of the Grenadiers à Pied de l'Éveillé Guard. Friant remained at the head of his division. He was wounded at the Battle of Smolensk and severely wounded during the capture of Semenovskaya village at the Battle of Borodino. Incapacitated and left behind at Gizahatis, he was still there with his wounds unhealed when the retreating army returned to Gizahatisk at the end of October. Friant returned to France to recover from his wounds in January 1813. He returned to the front in June 1813, commanding the Old Guard Division at the battles of Dresden, Leipzig, and Hanau. In the 1814 campaign in France, Friant and his 1st Division of the Old Guard fought a successful defensive action against Gayle's Austrians at Bar-sur-Aube on 24 January. Friant took part in Napoleon's surprise counter-offensive against Blücher's army of Silesia, gaining victories at Montmirail, Château-d'Héry, and Vauchamps. Friant's Old Guard was the core and reserve of the Emperor's master maneuver. They were committed to battle in the bloody and indecisive clash at Craonne, the reverse at Laon, the recapture of Reims, and the defeat at Arcis-sur-Aube, Waterloo, and final years during Napoleon's exile. Friant was retained as commander of the Grenadiers à Pied de France. In the campaign of the 100 Days, he was colonel-in-chief of the Grenadiers à Pied de l'Éveillé Guard. His men made the final assault on Ligny as darkness fell on 16 June 1815. On 18 June, at Waterloo, Friant led his Old Guard Grenadiers in the final, fateful attack on the Allied centre, where he was wounded yet again. Friant retired in September 1815. He died on 24 June 1829, aged 70.